Their marriage is officially ended, and as they say, once a cheater, always a cheater, so don't expect any surprises. Jasmine Washington is to blame for this separation, so hang on to your wigs because Kirk seems to have made the same awkward move that previously ended their relationship. In addition to secretly seeing Jasmine again, Kirk has also gotten her pregnant for the second time. Deja vu. Drama broke out when Kirk was found in. Instead of confessing to his eating, he started to pretend that he had been sick of Rasheeda all along. This is just a front to conceal his nefarious little secret, as we are all aware. It has been claimed that Rasheeda has filed for divorce following a turbulent 25 years. Let's go back a bit and end this complex relationship because, believe me, who could blame her for the betrayal? It's been a long time coming. It's been quite the journey since the beginning. One of the most enduring couples on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta is Rasheeda and Kirk, but Kirk's infidelity has plagued their union from the start. When Rasheeda got pregnant in season 2, for instance, Kirk accused her of cheating, which is tantamount to calling the kettle black. While on vacation, Kirk cheated on Rasheeda on tape, making it one of the most infamous moments in the history of Love and Hip Hop. Season 3 reveals much more of this man's insolence. Kirk dared to speak. To determine the paternity of Rasheeda's child, get a DNA test. What a humiliating experience that must have been for her. Not to be overlooked is the drama surrounding Shirlene, Rasheeda's mother. You might remember when she crashed into Kirk's motorcycle during a heated dispute. Despite everything that has happened, I refer to that as Mama Bear energy. Although Rasheeda had supported Kirk for many years, it seems that his most recent betrayal of Jasmine Washington was the final straw. Is it your fault? Jasmine had previously obstructed their time together. In season 6 it was revealed that they had a brief separation because Kirk had a child with Jasmine, who was a dancer at the time. Even though Rasheeda was able to forgive Kirk in spite of this, history is now being replayed. Jasmine is expecting her second child with Kirk, who has been covertly seeing her again. It's like watching a slow-motion train wreck, everyone. We all know it's a lie, but Kirk is trying to make it sound like he is the victim by claiming that he has wanted to leave Rasheeda for years. Cheaters typically use this as a way to hide their most recent infraction. Rasheeda's trip has been widely followed by the show's fans, who are urging her to leave Kirk at last. I think it's time for her to do so. Act as if you were happy the entire time after your behavior is caught. Rasheeda seems to be deciding to prioritize her happiness and well-being after putting up with Kirk's shenanigans for far too long. But let's talk about Kirk first, because his behaviors over the years have been nothing short of. Kirk Frost was presented as Rasheeda's devoted manager and spouse who was dedicated to helping her achieve her goals in the music business when he first debuted on the show. Rasheeda Frost, who had just learned of Kirk's adultery, which had eroded her trust and left her reeling, was pacing the living room, her mind racing, demonstrating the tension in the lavish loft. She had determined that if Kirk wanted to play dirty, she would demonstrate to him how effectively she could do it because the proof was undeniable. Rasheeda could mimic his motions with a determined sparkle in her eye, and she knew she had to do something about it. The public declaration was part of her power-regaining maneuver. The air was electric with excitement as cameras and reporters gathered for the press conference she prepared to ensure it would be the talk of the town. Wearing a beautiful outfit that radiated grace and boldness, Rasheeda made her way to the platform. Rasheeda had an expression that was both serene and subtly passionate. "Thank you, everyone, for coming," she began, her voice steady but animated. I want to be clear about what I want to do next, since I have some important news to share." After the media leaned in to show curiosity, Rasheeda said, "As many of you know, my relationship with Kirk Frost has recently faced some challenges." Whispers and flashbulbs filled the room as she hesitated to deliver the punchline. It's true Kirk has been unfaithful, but Rasheeda wasn't finished. "This is where it gets interesting," she smiled confidently. "Not only am I moving on, but I'm moving on with a new individual who has been both my partner and my true friend. That's when." The new boyfriend that Rasheeda had found was tall, handsome, and exuded a calm assurance that contrasted sharply with the chaos that surrounded them. With renewed vigor, the reporters took pictures and posed inquiries. A reporter shouted, "Who is he and how did you two meet?" Rasheeda's eyes sparkled with joy as she introduced him. "My name is Adrian, and I have been seeing him for a while. He has been a good buddy during the difficulties, and I am so grateful that he is with me as I start this new stage." Unfazed by the media frenzy, Adrian stood by Rasheeda and greeted the reporters with a warm smile and a firm handshake. Speaking confidently, he was clearly prepared for the spotlight. I immediately clicked with Rasheeda after we were introduced by mutual acquaintances. Being a part of her future and supporting her makes me happy. The reporters were so excited to begin that they asked a lot of questions. Analyzing Rasheeda's recent romances details and how they relate to her public image, Rasheeda responded to the end of the press conference with a combination of poise and playful defiance, clearly enjoying the opportunity to shift the topic. The cameras kept flashing while Rasheeda took back control of her narrative. Rasheeda was ready. What the news of her announcement would undoubtedly make the television headlines. With their hands clasped in a gesture of solidarity and fresh starts, Rasheeda and Adrian left together. Had made Kirk's treachery a powerful statement of her might and the start of something new. Walking into the night, Rasheeda felt free with Adrian by her side. With fresh optimism and confidence, she was prepared to face whatever was ahead after enduring Kirk's infidelity with dignity and fortitude. After a turbulent 25-year partnership, it seems to be hip-hop and love. The Atlanta star, Rasheeda has had enough at last, and she is prepared to demand a divorce from her spouse. According to stories flying around, Rasheeda is ready to break up with Kirk Frost because she is fed up with his constant infidelity and dishonesty, which are causing problems in their marriage. Kirk's on-screen treachery during a love and hip-hop trip is among his most well-known incidents. The drama in this sequence, as well as Kirk's blatant deceit regarding paternity when Rasheeda was pregnant in Season 2, made it famous. By Season 3, their relationship had been totally turned upside down by a drama bomb. Rasheeda was devastated by Kirk's choice to undergo a DNA test to establish fatherhood, which only made things worse after years of intensely public highs and lows. Dramatic clashes with Charlene, Rasheeda's mother, who famously ran over Kirk's motorcycle in a heated argument, were another result of their turbulent marriage. In the event that the divorce rumors are accurate, Rasheeda seems prepared to take back her life and move on from a marriage that has been nothing more than a dramatic soap opera. For Rasheeda, a longtime cast member known for juggling her career, family, and her turbulent relationship with Kirk, it would surely be a significant shift. After being betrayed for years, Rasheeda seems to have had enough of Kirk Frost's dishonesty and infidelity and has chosen to leave the tumultuous marriage to prioritize her happiness and tranquility. She has had a memorable trip, and many people favor her decision to end her relationship with Kirk Frost. Unbelievable and dramatic romantic and hip-hop alliances. In Love and Hip Hop, Atlanta was originally presented as the loyal spouse following more than 25 years of tumultuous ups and downs. Stunned by what she had heard just a day earlier, Rasheeda paced the living room, her heart racing from the strain of the rumors. A horrible betrayal was rumored, and the thought was unbearable. The affair between Kirk and her husband had a deeper impact on her than she could have ever imagined. Imagining inhaling deeply, she summoned the courage to confront him. With a slightly weak voice, Kirk spoke, "I need the truth since I've been hearing tales about you and my mother." Kirk appeared genuinely bewildered for a long time, and his face turned white. "Rasheeda, what are you discussing?" "I have proof. You can't keep denying this," she said, her anger building. "How could you harm us, including me?" It was clear from his stuttering that Kirk was unprepared for the confrontation. "You were supposed to be my partner and confidant, but instead you're hanging out with my mother. How could you have betrayed me like this?" "I don't think so, and neither does your mother." Her response was astonishing. Tension was high in the room because of the weight of betrayed trust. Rasheeda crossed her arms, looked at him, and waited for him to explain himself despite all of this drama. He seemed to have trouble speaking though, and his eyes darted around the room as if he was trying to find a way out. Rasheeda was Kirk's companion for years, yet his most recent betrayal of Jasmine Washington seems to have been the final straw, and it's difficult to hold her responsible. Jasmine had previously caused friction in their relationship. In season 6, it was disclosed that Kirk was the father of a child with Jasmine.